Teachers and students throughout Monroe County use educational technology daily to explore subjects across the curriculum. Technology at Bedford Public Schools helps teachers individualize their lessons while keeping students excited about their learning.
My name is Debbie Rogeliner, and I teach kindergarten at Jackman Road Elementary. We use technology in just about all of our subject areas. We play games on our whiteboard with the interactive pen. We also use an interactive calendar every day. We have MobiMax tablets that the kids can actually work at their own level of math or reading. So if one child is just learning number recognition, MobiMax will do that with them, whereas if I have another child who's actually adding a digit, maybe two digits together, it goes to their level. So it is nice for that differentiating, especially when you have 25 students. Back when I first started, you did a lot of large group, a lot of manipulatives. You didn't have the computer programs that you do nowadays, and it was really hard to differentiate to each child's need.
At Monroe Road Elementary, second graders use video calling on Skype to chat face-to-face with distant people and places. Often, they try to guess the location of other elementary students.
We've Skyped with classrooms all over the U.S., Canada, United Kingdom, different other parts of the world. We usually start with like a general set of questions, such as, are you in North America? And then, are you in the United States? We have to ask yes or no questions. And so by asking questions, is your location by a large body of water? Is it in the Eastern time zone? Is it east or west of the Mississippi? Things like that helps them narrow it down. And so far, we have gotten the other classrooms' locations before they've gotten ours. I think it's important for one to be able to see other classrooms, other people, other cultures, and become aware of other people in the world other than just themselves. And then I also do a lot of Skyping with scientists all over the world and experts in other fields. Last year we were able to Skype with Jane Goodall. Having the chances of having Jane Goodall come into your classroom are pretty rare, but the opportunity came up that we could bring her in through Skype, and so that students really got to learn about how she got started with working with the chimpanzees in Africa and what she did. And it was just a great opportunity for the kids. We've also Skyped with polar bear scientists who are right there tracking and working with polar bears up in Hudson Bay in the Arctic. We have Skyped with astronauts that were on the space station. They read a story. We've Skyped also with dinosaur paleontologists who are on dinosaur digs. These are just opportunities that the kids, it really engages the students and helps them learn about possible careers for them. And it's opportunities that if I had to take them out of the classroom every time I wanted to do that, it would never happen.
At Bedford High School, technology is changing the way students access materials and how teachers track their progress.
One of the things that I've been trying this year has been using an app called Schoology with the students so that they can access information from class, they can get assignments through class, they can see PowerPoints or presentations we've done in class through an app on their own phone or through their home computer. Students don't have to constantly come up to me, I was absent for the past 3 days, where's the information that I need? It's easier for them because if they're absent, maybe they're sick, but they're not so sick that they can't do some of the work at home, and then they're not behind. They can do assignments through here and submit those assignments through here, and they can also go through a process where they'll do one assignment and then they'll be able to, for instance, maybe see a video link that is attached to that assignment so that they can continue with the learning in that unit themselves. One of the things I did on Schoology is I put a link up there that had a pretest on it. I had the students take the pretest. It allowed me to sort them once it was dumped into a spreadsheet. The program itself dumps it in the spreadsheet, organizes it, analyzes it within seconds so that I can know immediately overall the class did well in this area and not in that area. And individually, this student seems to be struggling with this issue. These other students seem to be fine, so I can give them a little more extra instruction and differentiate what we're doing based on the results that would have taken me hours before to get to.
Technology has expanded other assignments.
This quarter, we are starting a project where students will do a video in our TV and radio lab or an audio podcast of their book review. Once that is recorded, We will assign a QR code to that podcast or to that video and tape a copy of that QR code into the back of the actual book that the review is done on. And that will allow students in the library to see that book, use their phone, take a picture of that QR code, and see or listen to the review that another student has done of that book. It's more engaging for the students doing the review of the book. I think it'll be beneficial to students in the library as well, hearing their fellow students talking about a book in a way that is different from what they might hear from a teacher.
At Bedford Junior High, Jennifer Hemry teaches a paper-free English class because all of her students have Chromebooks.
The Chromebooks are a district-wide initiative, and currently we have 4th through 8th graders using Chromebooks in our district. They can take the Chromebooks to class with them, and they also can take them home with them. I think that the students are more engaged with all of the technology. They're just excited. They're more excited about the lessons than they have been in the past, and they have access to the material 24/7. There's different extensions and apps and programs that are available where I can individualize instruction more, and I can meet the needs of more students.
Technology in my classroom in the 5th grade has completely changed the dynamic of my classroom. Since having Chromebooks, I, to be honest, cannot imagine teaching in a 5th grade classroom without them. If I have a kid that's a struggling learner and a kid that is a very high learner, me being able to utilize the computer, I share everything digitally with the students. They can go as far as they need to go with what knowledge base they have to be able to work at their appropriate level of learning. Would have been much harder to do without technology.
Today, these students are using their Chromebooks to collaborate on group presentations.
We have the Chromebooks at our fingertips at all times. I don't have to schedule the use of a computer lab. I don't have to share the time with another teacher. This project that I'm doing today, if I were to utilize a computer lab, would take over a month to get it done. In my classroom, we're able to get this Google Slide presentation done in less than a week.
In the fall, we had our Student 360 Day for 6th graders, where the students got to choose technology-related classes that interested them. A lot of teachers participated by coming up with little mini seminars in different areas of technology, and the children were able to pick classes and go to classes that really interested them to advance their technology skills. We had digital storytelling with Legos, we had a coding class, some digital photography classes, some science classes that modeled how you could test materials using different applications and technology that it would attach to our computers. We had learning to play some math games and how to use your computer to advance your learning. They think outside the box when they're doing computer things. Especially like with things like coding. They don't know they're working, so they tend to work harder. They think they're making a really cool video game, and yet they're doing math. They're writing scientific methods and code, and it really just pushes them to go farther, and these are things that they're going to use in their future.
Sometimes the best technology is a pencil and paper. Sometimes the best technology is a cool app that allows the students to be a little more creative. And that kind of gives you one more thing to think about as you're planning to get the curriculum across. What tool is going to work best to get the students the information they need?
The computer has completely transformed the way of the classroom, and it's essential for today.
I love our technology. I don't know what we would do without it, and the kids love it too.
I think it's absolutely wonderful. It's always changing. It's not going away, so it's a must in every classroom.